Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. Here we have our Canadian coin series and we are going to be looking at these coins right here. It is a full set of the 1979 uncirculated proof-like coins. Now the website J&M Coins, they've got some prices for these. So according to them, the set is worth $4.50. There were 187,624 of these produced. Now for the rest of the video, I'm going to talk about the mintages of the regular circulating coins and not the proof-like coins that you see in front of you right here. But very cool coins, very shiny, well-struck, uncirculated coins that we're going to look at today. So we'll flip one side over. We'll look at the reverse on the left and the obverse on the right. Let me zoom in to share these with you. Now, since they're a little bit shinier, it's a little bit harder to get the lighting just right, but we'll start off with the smallest denomination coin. We've got the 1 cent coin here. This design and metal content was used from 1965 up until 1979. Oh, interesting that this one right here is the last year. On the reverse side, you see a maple leaf twig. It's surrounded with the face value and the inscription Canada. Now the mintage on this coin for the regular strike coins is what we're going to be sharing with you. There are 754,394,000 of these coins produced. The coin itself is a bronze composition coin, so nothing too valuable about the metal content. Of course, it does cost more than a penny to make these coins, and that's why they scrapped them in Canada. They haven't done that here in the United States just yet. Here's a nice look at the obverse, and from now going on out, we'll focus more on the reverse side of the coin. So that was the penny. Now we're on to the nickel. I'll put the nickel on the left and the dime on the right so we can look at both of these. We'll zoom in and get a nice good look at them. So the Canadian nickel, in case you're unfamiliar with it, we've got a beaver on the reverse. And in 1979, they made 186 million of these coins. So I'm guessing that the mintages will be in the hundreds of million for the entire series. The metal composition is nickel, so none of the coins we are going to be looking at are silver. They do have some silver dollars, but not the ones that we're looking at. Those were made just for collectors and not the high mintages that are, we will be looking at with the rest of the coins. Now we're on to the 10 cent coin right here. What we see on the reverse is the Blue Nose under sale. It's a Canadian schooner from Nova Scotia, a celebrated racing vessel, and it's a symbol of the provenance. It's surrounded with the face value and the inscription Canada. Of course, we've got the date. It was minted 1979, and they made 237 million of these. So hundreds of millions for all of these that were made. Now, this metal content is nickel. It's got a weight of 2.07 grams. Flip it over, we just see the same portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. All right, up is the quarter. Very nice looking. Quarter right here on the reverse side of it. Now, as far as the quarter goes, actually, let's skip over to the 50 cent coin right here. And then we'll come back and look at the quarter. So we're looking at the 50 cent coin. The mintages on the 50 cent coin in 1979, there were just 3,425,000 of these produced. So when we look at the 50 cent coin and the dollar coin, we'll see that the mintages on both the 50 cent and the dollar coin are much lower than on the quarter. All right, so we'll flip it over one more time and look at the obverse side of it. Now let's bring in that dollar coin. Again, this is a very big coin. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but just for some perspective, I'll bring in the U.S. coin right here so we can see that it's slightly bigger than the U.S. coin. Now the $1 coin, that's got a diameter of 32.13 millimeters. It's got a weight of 15.62 grams. The metal composition for this coin is nickel. Again, they did make some commemorative silver coins, which are 0.999 silver, but this one right here is just that nickel composition. And this one has similar mintages to the 50-cent coin. There were 2,544,000 of these that were made. And what you're looking at as far as the design of this coin goes, it's a voyager and an aboriginal traveling by canoe, carrying bundles of which bear the initials HB for Hudson Bay Company. They're surrounded with the face value and, of course, the inscription Canada. Now, I've never really noticed that the bundles, I'll zoom in so we can see them, but see right here, they've got the HB, that stands for Hudson Bay Company, something that I had never known about before, but we see the Canadian and the native Canadian right here. So the Voyager on the left, and then the native Canadian right there. All right, let's bring back that quarter into the picture. Now the mintages on this will go back to the high mintages, which we saw with the 1 cent, the 5 cent, and the 10 cent coin. So we jump back up to 131 million of these that were produced for the regular strike version of the coin. Now, to get that in a valuable coin, you'll have to get into that about uncirculated or uncirculated condition. Otherwise, the sheer volume of the mintages of these coins, 131 million, lead to it not being super valuable. All right, let's quickly run through. We'll go back in order of value, starting with the lowest first. So we had 2 Canadian pennies to start us off with. Both are dated 1979. They've got that maple leaf on the reverse. And then we went to the nickel coin right here, the 5 cent coin made out of nickel. Now we're on the dime. Very nice looking 1979 dime right here. Then we had the quarter, which we were just recently talking about. And then on to the 50-cent coin. I'm not sure I mentioned the design that we see on this 50-cent coin. So what we're looking at on the reverse side of this coin, it's the Royal Coat of Arms of Canada, proclaimed by King George V on November 21st, 1921. And then we had the dollar coin, the biggest as far as the value of the coin, as well as the weight in diameter as well. All right, everyone. I know this was a pretty basic look at these 1979 uncirculated coins, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're not familiar with Canadian coins, you got to see some pretty nice coins here. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy.